EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Shaheed going to go in motion. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
Right back to him on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. But now he appears to be in some pain. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second down and 8. Now Daniels. His throw incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And he's able to find Wallace. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. They go play action. Daniels. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. On the ground, it's the rookie from Alabama. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get...
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Milton Williams showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Powerful running. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club.
He's got him in, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
This is Ridley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Back to the ground. It's Ridley again. And they can't bring him down. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. You got to give him the football again here. He gets the big run down to the 2. Pay it off.
I like it. I like the call, but here's always the question. How many times do we see the big runs and a guy pats his helmet and says, take me out? Why would you go out when you've got a chance to get it again and score?
Now Ridley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll give it to Ridley, and he is going to lose yardage here. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Throwing now is Daniels. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Cade York on now for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. York able to send this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, They just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it them to 2nd and 4. The Falcons in a disappointing 1 and 4 as they start play. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. Muscles him off. And some room to work. Boom. Still fighting through tackles. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To the air goes Daniels. Out left to Dotson. Finding space at the 40. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Commanders 10, Falcons 7.
And Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a first down coming up. Off the play fake, Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Let's go now. Go check.
They'll run with Ridley. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Daniels. Going long here for Wallace. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great pick.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Falcons 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. To the air, Penix. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle, because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Taken in at the 11. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Play action. Now it's Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And they're on the 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
48-yard line.
79 Bronco. Here we go, shot.
And looking to throw, Penix. Got a man, it's London. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And looking to throw, Penix. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Penix to the air once more. And that'll be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate, and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Let's go.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
Inside handoff, Henry. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here we go. Here we go. Check out.
They'll throw with Penix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Chase Claypool from 4 yards out. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And this guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Across midfield. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10. Here's Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
18, Rattler. Panther 11. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. To throw is Daniels. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Daniels looking to throw. Going long here for Wallace. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the commanders jumped. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The final shot before break. Daniels. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he's up to the 40-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Operating from the gun, Penix over the middle and complete to Moore. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd down and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. On the bootleg, it's Penix. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A first down carry for Henry. Running right through him, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 60 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back to throw now on first down. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Now Daniels. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. The 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey,
fighting through, and he's got space. Still on his feet. Drake London, and he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Koo now for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Track 60. Let's go now. Trap 60. Trap 60. Buffalo 18.
Throwing now is Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Ready up. 79 Buffalo. Here we go. Set.
To the air goes Daniels. That'll be caught. Wallace hauls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Wallace. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
First down, Commander.
19 tight. 19 tight. Come 19. Come 19. Go.
Here's Daniels. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. They'll look to throw again. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Let's go.
Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
19 Lion. Ready?
Now Penix. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
70 range. 70 range. 70 Timberwolf. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Panther 11. Panther 11. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bob.
To the air, Penix. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's right.
Anytime we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
34. Falcons 31.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the fourth quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. And looking to throw, Penix. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. And looking to throw, Penix. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Operating from the gun, Daniels steps away to his left, and down he'll go at the 25.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Their own 39-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Pick over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Oh, and that is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
And it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down, because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
This is 1st and 10.
60 Maverick. No. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got Claypool. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
He's back to throw. He's got Mooney on the move past the 40. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Back to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
Hey, check that. Ready?
Back to throw. Right back to Pitts again. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And his kick is good. And this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the first chance of this overtime will go to Washington as we are back underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
To throw is Daniels. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. One team squandered opportunity. It's another team's chance to win this thing. They forced that clutch turnover, and now all they need is a field goal here to win this ball game.
Could not be set up much better, could they? A takeaway on defense. Now it's up to that offense to find a way to put themselves in position for the game-winning points. Touchdown, field goal, they don't care. Just find a way to win it.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. Here's Penix. And he rifles one incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll throw with Penix. Over the... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd down and 4. Robinson with another carry. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 6-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.